Right, so I've already tried to make a few attempts at making this video, and it has gone kaput. It has gone wrong. This week is Eating Disorders Awareness Week. It has run from the 20th of February to the 26th of February 2012. Today is the 24th, it's Friday. I intended making the video on Monday, but I have to say that I have been nervous about doing this because I didn't know whether I was confident enough to get my story out there. Because my story is different, just like everybody else's story. Different situations. So if I do make any mistakes, please don't have a go at me for it or anything like that, because I'm just trying my best. Right. I am transgender. I am female to male. And I have had an eating disorder since I was 13 years old. I am now 22 years old. I came out as transgender actually last year. I came out on the 16th of February, so I've been out just over a year. I legally changed my name in August last year, 2011, August 2011. But since I was 13 I've been struggling with an eating disorder. Now, the way that I'm going to explain this, it will come across, timelines will overlap in how I'm going to describe it. There are many reasons why I developed an ED. ED stands for eating disorder, it's just the abbreviations that I like to use. One of them was puberty. Because I was in the wrong body, I had to deal with periods, I had to deal with my chest growing, which was not nice. The periods was worse, and everything like that, which I felt so uncomfortable with. I was also badly bullied at school. Now, I wasn't overweight. I had a little bit of puppy fat, if that's the words to use really. I did have a bit of puppy fat, but more than anything I was athletic. I played football since I was like 7 or 8. You know, I'd got some good muscle on my legs, on my arms, so I was quite muscular. But I still was bullied because of my weight. I was called fat, I was called all the names that you can think of, which was not nice for many years. Then when I was 16, I'd say even 15, I started self-harming. Which is awful because you have to hide it. You know, you can't show anybody. You have to hide it. And these two problems do go hand in hand. I think it's about 75% or 80% of people that have an eating disorder do end up self-harming. Sorry, I'm just keeping a check on the time. I don't want to overrun with this video. So really, since then, I've been coping with it until now. Now, in summer of 2010, summer of 2010, I got some counselling for the problems that I had with food. I had about 6 months of counselling, which helped. And you know, people may think, oh, you only have one type of eating disorder. You don't. The most common types of eating disorder, by the way, is anorexia, bulimia, compulsive overeating, and the one that I am, which is EDNOS, which stands for eating disorder not otherwise specified. That basically means that you have tendencies in anorexia and bulimia, which is what I had. And that's what I had. Now, I still have them problems to this day, although they are under control. They are a lot better than what they used to be. which is why I got the help in summer 2010, because I thought I couldn't carry on like this. And I remember one day just going to my mum and saying, look, I can't deal with it. And I rang up my doctors and said, look, I need to speak to a doctor. This is tearing me apart now. And, you know, within a few minutes the doctor had rang me back, and I think we'd got an appointment the same day for a couple of hours later than when I actually rang. So I went home and I told my mum, and we both went to the doctors. And at that time, my mum had an idea, and this is where my tendencies in both anorexia and bulimia fluctuate, because whereas when I was 16 I didn't eat, I exercised a lot. When I was 19, 20, I abused laxatives. And my mum didn't know this. She actually didn't know, even though I was up most of the night, as you can think of. You know, my mum didn't know. She had an idea that something may be going on, but she didn't know it was that. And then we got in touch with a counselling that I have in my town, and I went there, and it helped a lot. It helped dramatically. I feel as if my problems with food will never ever go away because I've dealt with it for such a long time, but I feel at the moment they are under control. And now that I'm getting myself sorted with my gender as well, I mean, I'm due to start hormones in May 2012, so we're only a couple of months away at the moment, so it's just a matter of time. And I'm excited for that because I think it's really going to help, you know, being able to finally be who I am supposed to be helps a lot. But it's like I always say, there are many people out there that are not, you wouldn't even think of that person going through a problem like this. You wouldn't have thought it. You know, and it's like what I always say, and I do try to get this through, you know, get this around, a message that goes around. It can be, you know, the 200-pound guy in your class, because it's not just women that suffer with eating disorders, it's men as well. And this is a point that we've got to get across. You know, it could be the 200-pound girl in your class, or it could be the 100-pound guy or 100-pound girl in your class. It can be anybody. It can be, you know, it doesn't affect, you know, it's got nothing to do with sex, gender, anything like that, race, culture. It can happen to anybody, and this is a message we've got to get out. And if you see somebody struggling with a problem like this, please go up to them and confront them, because I wish somebody had took me aside and said, look, you can't go on like this. What is really wrong? And I mean, I didn't even know that I was transgender until probably a year and a half ago, because that's when everything finally fit together like a jigsaw. And it felt great to finally find out what had been a cause among the problems that I had. So yeah, this video is to raise awareness. Now, there are other ways of raising awareness as well. There are wristbands that you can get, which I don't know if you can see mine's a blue one. The other one is for Help the Heroes, which I'm sure many people do wear. But this one, and if I just take it off, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it does say Set Me Free by Beat. Now, Beat is the local, and well, it's not a local, it's a national charity, and they have been doing, they are trying to get, you know, awareness out there about this problem. They do also have a pink band as well, which go hand in hand, the blue and the pink, but the pink is currently out of stock due to Kate Thornton's Anorexia My Secret Past programme. That was fantastic, by the way. I do hope people did watch that. And if you haven't, please do find it on the internet, because it does explain a lot and many people can relate to it. So yeah, that's my general message. I'm going to have to go because my time limit's up. And I hope everyone keeps watching.